So I'm gonna have to do the top 10
So
songs off Troy.
the brains of the rap game to come on.
Yeah, I'll be learning from y'all.
Mr. Carson himself.
Oh, y'all gotta watch this show called According to Hip Hop. They all like, I think they both 139 and one like 41, so they be knowing like. Look at Deon right here.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, you know Trevor said G Herbo better than Thought, right?
Who?
Trevor Herbo. Deon.
Look, he popped on once you said that too. He popped
Hey,
on once you said that.
The foolery, man. He said,
As soon as you
my boy
said
Trevor,
somebody is better than
Herbo
Black Thought.
No, you know, because I know he knows that. He's college educated.
Hey, then he played that song Black Thought versus Everybody, and he was like, "Danger, I can't lie. This like some of the coldest rap I ever heard." Basically, man, he went crazy on that. Yeah.
I don't.
So what's Jay-Z top 10? What's gonna do? Am I doing a boxer bracket? Jay-Z top 10, top 10 comedian stand up all time.
Oh man, we gonna. You know what's crazy is that
We could just all come up with a list and then just go list the list. Like number 10, everybody do number 10.
because like you gotta before you do the list, you gotta actually go watch. Look prior to you gotta go watch Eddie Murphy Raw.
Yeah, that's why I say he was number 1, and he was like, "We can't count him, man. We got to name the bracket after him."
Like what is there like the guys like Richard Pryor and you put them in their home. Like you don't touch them.
Okay.
Murphy and Dave Chappelle and all of them, they all
Exactly.
so we can
Yeah. That's just like saying. That's just like putting Dr. J on the same list with Durant and LeBron. Like no, like they all copied. Like Dr. J is a pioneer.
talking about being the standard, the model with the rest of the stuff. I could believe that being go. That's crazy.
Right. So you got Deon, you got Thought on your top 5?
MCs?
I mean, he said he had Pop Biggie. Drake had Pop Biggie.
So I got
Nas, Jay-Z, and Thought.
Hip hop artists. I got it. Far higher on my
Oh, for you, so for you, it's 2 different lists. I got you. We talked about that already.
like my hip hop
I know what you mean.
My MC list might include people that ain't nowhere near my artist list.
I know what you mean. Because like Royce definitely top. Right, like, I got Royce like 7, 6, 6 or 7. Yeah, exactly. But on the artist list, probably you might even put. I hate to say it, but you might have Drake over the rest of artists.
Yeah, like as an artist, I think
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I got Royce in mind.
You said what, Deon? I mean, Greg.
So I got Royce in my top 10.
Oh, you talking about period? He got okay.
Royce was crazy work, and he got some verses and some songs that a lot of people didn't know about, but I prefer it. I'm like, they actually rapping on another side. So that's like people talking about uh, Kevin Durant and everything. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You can say Kevin Durant is, and people were debating it, but you can say that Kevin Durant is better than right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not saying he's greater because they say you know what I'm saying? It's a difference between being better and greater when we talk about that before. Like 3 straight league MVPs. We talking about going to the NBA, leading your team to the NBA finals year after year after year. You know what I'm saying? Taking some titles from Magic Johnson in the process. That's the difference between somebody.
Yeah, or the Celtics winning 24 games before you get there. Then when you get there, they win 61 games.
Like, watch this. On the basketball court, right? Like if you said skill for skill, who can do the most things? By all of the men, Chris Paul is a better player than Isaiah Thomas. He's not great. He's nowhere near as great as he.
Right.
Nowhere
Right.
near. And I think when we talk about all this stuff, we can separate those answers because they don't be the same thing.
Okay. So I think So that's what you're talking about, the MC conversation.
Yeah, and that's why I
So Black
separate
Thought is
MC.
better. Black Thought and Royce are better than say maybe
If you
Drake or Kanye.
put them
But
together and you said who had the dopest first, it ain't gonna be them other guys.
nope, it's not.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? But if you said who made the hottest song, then that's a different
Right. Then you
conversation.
start talking. Then you start talking about Nelly and your boys 50. Your favorite rapper 50.
Look. What we do know is In the Club was playing everywhere.
Exactly.
It was. You know what I'm saying? And when I joined the Army, every morning when I was in my advanced training, I can't do it, homie. It can't be. I was doing it every morning. So its impact is crazy.
So what you're saying is 50 better than Jay? Then that's what you're saying.
Something negative. Because Jay is one of the few people that can be on both lists.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he could be on both because he still got people can say what they want, but he still got dirt off his shoulder. He still got money, cash hoes. He still got big pimping. He still got shoot.
Encore wasn't even. I don't even think Encore was expensive, but that was a stadium.
Which one?
Encore,
Oh yeah, Encore. Yeah, Encore.
like, come on, like,
Hey, Jay was talking about that too. Like he dropped the album from '96 to 2003. That's hard, and he touring the whole year, so he didn't take no
but
breaks for like 7 years, bro.
he told y'all he said 7 straight Summers critics and not did it, but nobody in rap did it quite like I did. And if you did it, I've done it before. You did it, I got mad at it and don't want to know. So he told us.
Oh yeah, me and Trey did a thing where we just went through each album and said what we think the best song is. I think we ended up doing favorite, but y'all two know a little more about Jay because y'all know about Jay like more.
Well,
But
you gotta think, man, I missed, like when I used to deploy, it's kind of like going to jail. You miss stuff. Like you miss like a whole year, 15 months of life, you be behind.
yeah,
Like when I came home from Iraq after my first deployment, that Jamie Foxx and Kanye song had been out, so it was bringing me to me. But I was like, what am I hearing this? I thought, yeah, I ain't heard it. I was in Iraq here.
I feel you.
Then you got to think when I joined the military, I was down south the entire time. So what's on the radio down there, it's not the same as what's on the radio up top. Like I'm talking about, we listening to Baby D and Camp, Pastor Troy.
I'm about to say Camp and Pastor Trey. They really like them in the South because I be talking to people.
And you couldn't tell nobody in Georgia that anybody on earth was better than T.I. at the time. Like this,
Yeah,
that's where
I understand. Yeah,
Oh
and,
my God, dog! When you go down to Georgia, that's all they talk about. Tip is that food. I got family from Georgia. You can't disrespect the South. You can't. In no
no, you
order. You
can't.
can't.
they
And me
like
and Trey
Let
did
me
a
tell
South
you.
appreciation for music. Like we did it.
Yeah.
We took that 2 Chainz, Ludacris. Like, come on, man. Like,
one no 2 Chainz back then. His name was Titty Boy at that time.
yep. And he was rapping. I was listening to Chicken and Beers. He was spitting on there, bro.
Then they had the other dude, Lil Fate.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Lil Tay, yeah.
I was at East Michigan something or something, and Ludacris, Sean, and all them.
We got Lil Jon. I think the young blood.
I-20 almost messed the show up. He sucked.
Oh yeah. He still got
But you got to think,
Cole
man,
from Carolina. That's South.
we was listening to Pope Pimp, Who Die.
Oh, remember they still had David Banner, Flip,
Yeah,
and all them.
Twister.
Yeah. I'm saying they know how to make.
Twister was a beast in Shot Town. That Pope Pimp came out, everybody was playing that.
Just
Like they like, who is this dude rapping so fast? I was like, that's Twister.
Right.
I think even before that, I was living on Glendale, Wilderness on Dexter when Bone Thugs and Harmony came out. Went out against
What?
rappers. We all against
Them thugs. That's when rapping was changing. Everybody wanted to rap fast then.
yeah, they brought in a whole nother lane.
Oh, yeah.
They did. I had that E99 album. Well, everybody
I
did.
think everybody
It
had
sold 10
that.
million.
Everybody had that,
Yeah,
man.
it sold 10 million
I
records.
bought it. I bought that from Blockbuster Music on Greenfield across from Northland.
I can't remember where I
You
got it from, but I remember. I
gotta
think
think
it might have
about
been
it.
Sam Goody though.
When that song First of the Month hit, everybody was going to get that tape. I
Everybody
was
was
like, I was right at the CD place, like, I need it. Yeah.
That's a fact, man. Like all that stuff, man. It was different. And yeah, watch this. I remember taking the bus to the mall and going buy CDs from Sam Goody. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's why it means so much more going platinum back then.
Yeah.
It's not no different because going selling your music, but
Right.
they had to do stuff to get your music,
Right. You can't just go on Apple Music and be like, all right, let me download this new Drake that just came out. Like,
right? Because it was different. You had to spend your time and or money and effort to go spend money.
yeah. And then it's
But
funny because like when your parents take you to the Sam Goody to get the stuff, you gotta like pick the right album. Like a lot of times I pick the album like this album is trash.
right,
Cause you get
yeah,
like you get one CD, that's it. It's like, all right.
you got to make sure you got the right one. And if somebody got a good single, it could trick you.
Man, one time I brought that Trick Daddy album, bro. The one, the one with that baby, cause I'm gonna throw that one on there. The album was trash.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something though. Trick got some joints.
No, he do. Take it to the house. That was mine. I'm saying he got some joints. That's why I bought the album. Though. I got the album. This album kind of trash. I like the two songs, the two singles though.
Who y'all say?
Trick Daddy. Remember Trick
Yeah,
Daddy?
he had some. He had some.
I
I mean,
love
you
Trick
know,
Daddy
now
voice.
was like played at every club.
Man, fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh yeah.
okay. Shut up.
But it was cracking. It was cracking down. Like it worked.
Exactly, it did.
It worked. But yeah, you talking about when you talking about a boxing bracket, you talking about all time boxers or which one?
Yeah. I want to do like from a certain. I mean, like not. I don't want to go too. I don't want to go back to Jack Johnson. Honestly, I don't want to go back that far.
You gotta do Tyson era on up
Okay, Tyson era. Okay.
because you'll be pretty much familiar with all of those guys. Well, not all of them, but the popular ones you'll be familiar with.
It was just what we said about the comedian thing. Like we can't put Richard Pryor in there because they all look up to him. So it's like no, like he can't be in it.
And people when I talk,
Richard Pryor is like the GOAT. You can't put him in a
Right.
bracket. That's the
you got
GOAT.
really deep. And I remember going to the Palace of Auburn Hills, going to boxing matches, seeing Obakar, Bronco McCart, like when I was little. I remember watching it's a thing called Betamax that preceded VCR. And I don't know why they still had one, but they had a bunch of boxing matches recorded on them, and I was watching all the matches as if they was new. So that was my entry to boxing before I ever put it into everyone before I got the ring. That's it.
So I got the names right here. I just typed in the best boxers of all
You gotta
time.
think about it. I got hit on the boxing when it was Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah, I was about to say Sugar Ray Leonard. So would you count him? Is he? I thought he was before Tyson.
He was before time. But he said when he got put on.
Okay, so I was just talking about far. You're right. Okay. So we just do each. Maybe just take like the top, like Muhammad Ali. I mean, not Muhammad Ali. I'm trying to think of who we can do. Like
You
Sugar Ray
come to,
Leonard can make the bracket.
if you just moving forward from Mike Tyson's era, starting in Mike Tyson era, the heavyweights would be Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe, George Foreman to be even in it because he came back to boxing. Evander Holyfield, like those would be your heavyweight type. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do all weight classes because it'll take forever. You got to do heavy, light heavy, middleweight, and welterweight.
Okay.
You might be able to sneak
That might
140
be
in there.
easier because that might not have to put 64 names just crumbled in together like Floyd to be against Tyson. Like, okay, Tyson hit his ass, it's over.
Right, so
You're not gonna never fight.
you can't do who would beat who. You got to do who's a better fighter
Okay, right.
because obviously all the heavyweights are going to beat all of the
Yes,
welterweights.
if you get hit by Tyson, it's over. Like it's over. I don't care who you are.
You can't fight any of them heavyweights and you 147 pounds is over.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
done. Yeah, it's over with. Lennox Lewis 6'5", 250 pounds.
Man, that was
Like
Lewis was that guy, man.
he made Mike Tyson's neck move. Don't nobody make Tyson's neck move.
Nobody, right?
It's definitely one of them things. But
Hey, I'm a little biased on that fight, even though Lennox whooped Tyson behind. But I felt like if Tyson was still trained by his first trainers, I felt like he would have never lost to Buster Douglas. I don't think he would have lost to Lennox Lewis neither.
I won a lot of money because I bet against Tyson. I won a lot of bread. I would just like to thank both of them guys for hooking me up. But Mike, I mean, he gotta hold everything like the rest of the guys. You know what I'm saying? The bad thing about Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali, they both lost 3 years of their prime, and
Dang.
we never got to see the best Ali or the best Mike Tyson. They had 3 years out of that. I mean, Muhammad Ali thing again, because now y'all can't get drafted. So y'all thankful for that. Yeah.
Okay. I'm over here watching this. I'm looking at this Titans play-by-play. Titans and Bills. Titans and Bills. It's 7-7 right now.
Oh,
I'm ready for that Eagles and Vikings though. I'm ready for that. The Eagles and Vikings play too.
I'm rooting for.
The
I don't
Eagles
know who
are,
gonna win. I
yeah,
don't
for
know who's
sure.
going to win, but I'm rooting for the Eagles.
The Lions' offense look good.
Man, you know what? I just need to have a respect.
Yeah, I had them winning 9 games. Everybody thought I was crazy. I'm like, all right, we'll see. This a whole new coaching staff, whole new GM.
Tell you what, if you get in there, you play, man. Why
This
is so
Vikings and
good?
Eagles game gonna be a classic, bro. I mean, I ain't gonna say classic. It's gonna be good though.
Man, how do the Ravens give up 200 yards passing in the fourth quarter?
Tua went crazy. Hey, they do got 4 corner. I looked at their roster. They got 4 cornerbacks on either on the IR or out. So they just playing like, you know what I'm saying? They probably playing their fifth and sixth straight corners.
But no, I don't care.
Did
You're
you
in the
see
NFL.
how
You're
the
supposed to know that Tyreek Hill going deep.
You
but
right.
dog,
You
but
right.
did
Are you in the NFL? You can't give up 42 points, bro. On the
like Tyreek was blowing bodies, boys.
Yeah,
I was like, what the hell,
yeah.
dog?
what the
And I'm
coach was
like,
thinking though, I was like, dude, like we gonna shut
they gave
Tyreek Hill
up
down. That's what we gonna do.
175 yards to two receivers, like a piece. That's crazy.
Yeah, Waddle went crazy too. They both 1 and 2 right now in passing, receiving yards.
When your quarterback does what Lamar Jackson does, you're supposed to support him on defense and win that game.
Yeah,
That's the way football works.
I seen somebody say somebody said Lamar Jackson was going crazy. Somebody commented and said, "Oh, but they lost." Like, did you watch the game, or do you think football? Jackson played defense too. Like, come on, man.
And I'm gonna tell y'all
Damn.
another thing, man. Y'all need, don't allow people to tell you that a quarterback outplayed another quarterback. They don't guard you.
That's what I used to hate about Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. Is it really Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady?
No, they don't even step on the field at the same time. Like, watch this.
Well, stop
If
that, man.
I'm Trent Dilfer, right, and I walk on the field with the 2000 Ravens defense, right, and
Yeah.
you're Matt Stafford, and you walk on the field with the Lions defense, and my Ravens teams beat you, did you outplay me, or did my
Nope.
defense stop?
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about the Broncos versus the Seahawks. Like, they receivers were shut down, bro. Like, they was overrated from the jump, and they finally played against some real guys, and they lost. They got destroyed.
Yeah, man.
You see what Decker and Demaryius Thomas did after Peyton Manning left? Nothing.
I mean, one thing about Peyton Manning is him putting you in the right matchups all the time. You know, his forehead so big, he remember all the plays. So,
And then if you get 1 inch open, he know what he accurate, man. His accuracy is like 99, bro.
man,
I see us
hey,
watching
hey,
how Green Bay picked Chicago apart.
they did. Them young boys,
They did.
I mean, Chicago is not
They
building.
suck. Yeah.
I just hope that my young boy just feels and continues with the running back team.
Yeah. I think somebody
Hey,
said the Bears gonna be terrible this year, but it's not. It was an article saying it's not Justin Fields' fault. We like Justin Fields, but it's just like the players around him. Like, no.
yeah, if you can't run or catch or block, then your quarterback can't be successful. That's just
Yeah,
what it is.
exactly. Period.
Hey,
Dan
hold on.
Marino.
Hey, Greg, was you a senior when Charlie Griffin kind of dunk contest in Ferndale?
There's some ballers in
Are you
Charlie who?
Griffin, our old quarterback,
Oh, yeah.
bro?
That was the funniest thing ever.
That was funny, bro.
That was mind you, my thing is this, mind you, he had to go against me and Elvis.
I'm like, bro, I don't know why he out here. Like, that ain't even work. But it was fun. But I was like, yeah, I'll leave.
I was looking like, what is Charlie doing? He only played football, bro. What are you doing, homeboy?
Hold on. Did Greg did Greg was Greg on here when we was talking about that Ferndale versus Persian game?
Yeah, I was on here.
Yeah,
You was
yeah.
on? Okay.
I think I had like that's the day I just put my mic on mute. I was doing other stuff, bro. I don't even remember.
Hey, look,
But I had Green winning Persian. I think
the next game they played against Central Persian because they still played at Ferndale. Winfred Walden threw the ball off the backboard and dunked them on the other side.
what? Damn.
But my thing is this though, even though they played Central, Antonio Gates wasn't holding them up.
Home was balling.
Home was a freshman at that year. At that,
He was balling.
I told people, I was like, I met Tonio his 8th grade year, summer league, and I was like, this dude gonna be ridiculous.
Dog, a problem. You ain't supposed to be that big and moving like that, though, man.
Man. And now he one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Now.
Like he wait to be a Hall of Fame football player.
Literally.
That's because Dwight Smith too. And you know Dwight Smith,
that's my cousin.
He started the safety for Tampa Bay when they won the Super Bowl. So that Central team, that Detroit Central team was loaded.
Oh yeah.
That football team. And then on the basketball team, we had Dante Antone. Then you ended up with Pierre Green and Jimmy Twyman out there.
Dante Darling and Antonio Gates. And I forgot who their center was. But that four right there, crazy.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that whole that year. No, those years. I don't think that the 08 had any better talent since those years.
But the thing is, now that they're not like Ferndale's in such a lower division now, they're not going to experience no competition like that now. If you look at high school ball, to me, I don't think it's competitive no more.
Right.
You know,
Well,
right now, like
Goofy, Goofy.
the biggest game in high school football is King versus Cass Tech.
Yeah.
The biggest game.
It
You don't
is.
hear that. Deon, think about it. Remember how basketball was? Oh, Persian
Yeah,
about to go against Cooley. Oh,
yeah.
Cooley about to go against. It's not like that no more.
Redford out there balling. And like,
Yeah.
you know, at Ferndale, with Southfield Open, or Oak Park,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be packed.
Hey man, especially Southfield Lathrop. Ferndale going against Lathrop. Come on. Oak Park was our rivalry, so
Yeah.
you don't
And
hear
because
it like now. You don't hear games like that in high school.
no, and the crazy thing, but the best thing about Oak Park is, there's a dividing line in the township.
Mm-hmm.
Oak Park and Ferndale.
Big divide.
People work together. And you know these cats, so you talking junk. Oh, like, man, it was crazy.
Big time.
It was crazy.
That's why I say the competition of the high school level is not as exciting as it is back in our day.
Yeah, and it was so spread out too. 'Cause
And then you got to think about it. Cats used to miss school just to come to these games.
Denver had a squad, King had a squad, Central had a squad, Persian had a squad, Redford had a squad.
Hey,
Like,
Uh-huh.
look.
you had
When Persian ain't never have a squad. That's the thing.
Persian
Persian will
always.
always have a squad. So I give Persian kudos. Look, my boy Jermaine. I give Persian kudos. Y'all always had elite players. Y'all always.
We talking about Steve Smith and them.
Right.
Like,
When
Yeah.
I first
that's
saw that guy, my boy was Todd Bergen. When I saw Todd Bergen go to
Superman.
work,
You
woo,
gotta say the whole
Ferdinand.
Superman top.
yeah. Todd went to work in Persian. My boy
Bro,
Carlos another one. Persian
him
had
before had
elite players. Yeah, Mo Taylor was. When I saw Maurice Taylor, I thought he wasn't human. Like I never seen a kid that big with them big old shoulders.
when I walked in the gym and y'all was hooping, and it was you, Rashad, Mo Taylor,
Jermaine
what's
Jackson.
the name? Jackson Travis, from Michigan, University of Michigan,
Yeah,
the guard. Travis Conley, was that his name?
you talking about from who?
From Michigan back then. He played with Dugan Fight, or after Dugan Fight.
You got
The
to be
point.
talking about. You ain't talking. It can't be Bullock.
No, it's a weapon.
Conley,
He, he,
Travis.
yeah, he was in there too. I'm talking about. We ain't even want to. Like, we ain't even really want to hoop. We was just watching. We was like, golly, this is crazy. Jared was out there too. I'm sorry. Jared was there.
I just so happened to been playing on a team with Rashad and Mo and Jermaine. So all I was doing is getting mostly tip backs. They was doing the most highlights. So
Mo Taylor's shoulders ain't supposed to be that big, dog.
no, that dude, his shoulders was like this. Like I'm like, this dude's shoulders is undeniable. Like,
And he has hops,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
bro.
I'm telling you, it's players that these kids will never see. Like Terrence Roberson, he went to Saginaw.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my guy Terrence Roberson, he used to jump from the free throw line off vertical. Like
Bro,
I'm
Crazy.
serious. I'm serious. He'll
These
hop from
players.
the free throw off vertical.
them boys crazy, man. That's back when what's that boy? What's his name? James White.
Who?
Like
Oh
James
yeah,
White.
yeah.
Yeah.
He got to the he didn't even make it to the league. He became a bum then.
I remember.
Yeah, man. It was live. It was live. It was live. It was live. And then the league was live because I remember Saturday morning. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
like, that's what we waiting on that to come on, man.
It's not like that. Nah, you just like who gonna shoot the most threes?
And
Curry or Clay or Kevin Durant.
and this is my thing about that. If you can shoot, okay. But a lot of these guys can't shoot. If you shooting 36% from the 3-point line, you should be shooting volume 3 points, dog. You
That's
you
why
just can't do it.
I like what Draymond said at this pickup game he was playing in LA.
Yep.
He was telling guys, some of y'all gonna have to learn how to play that role.
Yep.
gonna have to learn how to be a role player. And I was like, man, that's the best advice he could give people.
Yep.
Yep,
He told him. He said it's only 2 cats on the team that get to shoot anytime they want to. If you ain't one of them
that is true.
two, you got to figure something out.
Man, you
Yeah,
got to. And we was
but that's
talking about Imani. We was talking about Imani Bates. How you feel?
this is what I feel, man. I don't know the young man. I don't know much about him, but from my experience, if you if you have a history of making bad choices, it doesn't matter if you're at home or if you're somewhere else. The bad choices catch up to you, and I don't know if that's his case or not. But what I do know is people go to school at home all the time. Every time you watch college football, most of the people are from their area. They go to school where they're from. So you being home is not the reason you got in trouble. Choices are the reason you get in trouble. Now, who's helping them develop decision making skills? I don't know because I don't know much about him. But I do know if you are apt to make poor decisions, even on small things, it leads to big things. That's why I correct my son all the time, and I make him think through stuff. And I ask him if he ends up in trouble, I make him walk backwards in every step until he finds himself. So you're the reason. So decision making, man, is key, man. So anybody, that's what we got to teach our young men, especially, man, our young women as well. We got to teach decision making and consequences because every decision has a positive or a negative consequence.
I definitely agree on that.
Thanks.
My outtake was just I felt like so this is how I feel about dudes who are that elite player. I always said, go outside of where you're from. Do better from your distractions that was at home. And I can speak that because I know a lot of cats who had a lot of distractions when they came back home. You know, who I felt like should have been that elite player, a top 10 player at that. But get into some bad decision making. Like for instance, Keith Appleton. He should be in the
Yeah,
league
man,
right about
man,
now. He should
I
be in the
feel bad
league
about
right
him.
about now.
Yeah, I went to school with him too, man.
He should, and I tell people that he's supposed to be in the league right about now. And then another one, Miles Bridges. Homeboy, what's the name? Was like
Right
Miles
before the
Bridges had a
contract.
promising career,
Yeah, right before
about to
the
have the
contract.
biggest contract in Charlotte history, and he blew it. Blew it.
Yeah. See, decision making. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's the crazy thing about it. I just, man, that's not. That's just something that we need to, and we need to stop prolonging childhood, stop prolonging adolescence. When I say that, I don't mean like just automatically kick your kids out the house and all that stuff. That's crazy. What I'm saying is we be calling people young and they be 28, 29, 30 years old. I'm like, stop talking about these people like they're kids, man.
Right.
Like, that's crazy to me, man.
It's
That
like
like when I was 23, let me see, 81 plus 23 is 2004. So no, when I was 24, I was a non-commissioned officer in Iraq. So you can't tell me that I can do that, and then a monthly 26, 27 can't make good decisions. That don't even make sense to me. You got to
Yeah.
have that ability. With Imani, man, I don't know. I don't know what his relationship is with his pops, or if his pops spoil him or something. I don't know. I know he's been there and he's tried to, help try to do what he can for his son, make sure he can try to make it. But I don't know if he spoils him, and I don't know what their relationship is like either.
I feel like he tried to get Amani to that LeBron status, that Kobe status, that Kevin Garnett status. And like I
Yeah,
said, there's never going to be any players like them guys. Never.
yeah, it's
Like
different.
like I felt like Imani needed that structure to learn how to become a better player, to learn how to
Yeah,
become the man. He should have. He to me, I felt like he should have stayed in Memphis because he had good structure there with Anthony Hardaway, Larry
yeah,
Brown, and Rasheed Wallace. But he went away from it because his focus is wanting to be the man. So
Yeah. If
when
you
you don't
can't
have
be
that,
coached,
when you don't have
you
that
got
structure, like I always say, Coach McNeil, I give Coach Don McNeil the most props because he had that
yeah.
structure for me and all of us.
Yeah.
Like at some
I
way,
mean,
your coaches got to tell you you got to have a plan B if your plan A doesn't work out.
yeah, that's right. And it's like Friday Night Lights with Booby. You know what I'm saying? His uncle was like, "Yeah, you going to the NFL?" Then he hurt his knee. What you gonna do? It don't work. It don't always work like that. So yeah, these cats gotta be better decision. I mean, we all have to work on decision making every day, but most of us don't make that fatal decision. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope it works out for the best for him, and he learns from it, and is able to springboard him to getting in the lab and putting his head down and working and getting to where he needs to get to.
Yeah.
That's what I hope for.
Hey, man, you can't blow this opportunity, man.
Yeah. Look, uh, one of the guys I don't know who it was, but he said you got the opportunity of a lifetime, but it's only as good as a lifetime of the opportunity. So if you let that time go by,
Yeah.
it's over. You got to figure something else out.
Man,
Yep.
if that ain't a stated fact, I don't know what that was. What you just said.
Thanks.
I hate to see these young boys mess up like that. But the fact
I do too.
is, there will be some who do it every year. But also what we have to recognize is the majority of the guys don't do that, so that we don't overblow it and act like all these guys are acting crazy. No, almost all of them go through and just go home and chill and do what they do.
Yep.
I just I want Imani to succeed. I just don't want him to ever do that. What if? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. And
Thanks.
I think sometimes when guys are when they develop really quick, they don't like to be coached hard when the competition catches up with them. And I don't know if that's him or not, but a
I
lot of
think
times
that
they
is.
from coaching, and I'm like, no, that's what you need. You
That's
need
yeah.
that. You need somebody with their foot in your butt making you
Yep.
better, because there's another level that you got to get to. You just being talented don't matter. Y'all remember Joe Forte from North Carolina?
Yep. He was one of my favorite then.
Nobody ever told him you're not gonna play shooting guard in the NBA because you 6'3" and you need to get a handle.
Yeah.
Like he like, no, I'm dope. Not if you can't put that ball in your left hand, you can't make the ball to the court. If you can't dribble it from free throw line to free throw line at that height, mm, you have to have some problems. Even
Right.
Juan Dixon developed into where he worked his way into a decent NBA career, and he played the two most of the time. But they had Steve
At
Blake,
Maryland, he did. Yep.
but he was like, I gotta work my way to get here.
You gotta think Juan Dixon was playing with Steve Francis too. So
Exactly. I was rooting for them
so
so hard when they went to net. I was rooting so hard. I was rooting for them, man. I was rooting for them boys. Chris Wilcox was jumping out the gym. Uh, boy, they had Lonnie Baxter, I think, Steve Blake, Juan Dixon. I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah, Wilcox, yeah.
they was a
I remember that
Chris
team, man. I
Wilcox was
remember
playing
that
with
team.
them too.
yeah. Chris Wilcox was dunking on everybody,
Yep.
Yeah, Wilcox, yeah.
jumping high and hard. What,
Like for instance, homeboy, what's his name? Kwame Brown. He was a bust in the league. Like I tell people, talent can only get you so far if you're not gonna work on your game.
yeah, man. And I think the cats need to. And back then it was more difficult. But I tell guys, right, like my philosophy now is if you hurt, don't play.
Yeah.
Gotta let your body heal because you can mess up, you know, all kind of stuff. So it's
These new
that
these new
happens.
era kids don't understand that though.
Uh-huh.
This new era don't understand that. So it's totally
Yeah, man.
different.
Yeah, Kawhi got to play. He got to play. That's what
Hmm
they say.
Look, ask Grant Hill about
Exactly.
that. Ask Grant Hill about playing when you know your body ain't ready. We weren't able to see one of the most versatile players finish his career with Tracy McGrady. We wanted to see a healthy Grant Hill with Tracy McGrady,
Look,
Uh-huh.
and we
my
didn't
When they
my
talking
see
about
main
getting
thing
when they talking about getting Tim Duncan too,
my main thing
they
is
weren't.
this.
man, that junk is gonna be
Grant
crazy.
Hill, look, I told people this all the time. I said Grant Hill was the LeBron before LeBron got into the league.
Yeah, he was the prototype that playing that man. Grant Hill
Yep.
did everything on the court except shoot the three. He did everything else. I was like, dog, this is crazy. This dude is that good, man. And my family, we don't like Duke. Period.
I don't either.
But we had to
Didn't
respect
nobody
G Hill.
like Duke though, but Grant
Oh
Hill
yeah,
had a whole lot of respect though.
all right. G Hill is one of them dudes. So man, him playing. And what killed me is if I'm the team and they doing it now. A lot of times the team make players sit down. But if I'm the team, I want to protect my investment. I'm giving you all
Hmm
this money. I don't want you to play before you're ready to play. I'm not
hmm
forcing you back on the court or on the field. That's crazy to me. So you gonna give let's just say when Lamar Jackson signed his contract, you're gonna give him almost $300 million and then send him on the field unhealthy. That makes no sense.
Right.
But look at it, Lamar Jackson is due for this contract, man. How
Oh,
long y'all gonna keep
they
holding
about
this
to give him
kid
all.
out, man?
Come to the Lions.
We're
For
taking.
what?
Right.
Please don't say
Exactly.
the Lions. Please.
Listen, let me say,
And with Swift, that'd be too easy, though.
I'll buy the jersey.
For
Man,
sure. Yeah.
I'll be outside the stadium saying, Lamar, leave, please. Go back.
Bro,
I don't
it's
want you doing Calvin Johnson. Shit.
it's crazy because I think the Patriots passed on Lamar Jackson, didn't they?
What
Yes, they
draft was
did.
that?
What draft was
I
that
think
though?
I think they
It's it's
passed
a
on Lamar.
it's a lot of teams that passed on Lamar.
Oh, I'm about to look right now. Draft.
That's crazy to me, man. And the way that I just hate the way they talk about it. They coming around,
2018.
huh?
That was the 2018 draft. Let me
2019.
see.
So how
You
many
know Lamar
teams?
Jackson is
How
younger
many
than Joe
teams that?
Burrow.
How many teams that passed on Lamar Jackson?
One, two, three,
Yeah,
four. Oh, he got pick number. Dang.
yeah,
He got pick
See,
number 30 or 28.
see,
32. The last pick in the first round. Yep. They
right.
and
took Sonny
I bet.
Michelle. They took Sonny Michelle out of Georgia from New England right before him.
See,
What quarterbacks got picked before him though? Let me see.
So,
Oh, only one quarterback. Oh, Josh Rosen. He
Josh,
didn't do
Josh,
nothing for the
and do
Cardinals.
shit.
He was the 10th pick, and then the 7th pick was Josh Allen. That's understandable. Then number 3 was Sam Darnold, and number 1 was Baker Mayfield. Wow.
And
yeah,
Sam Donald and Baker Mayfield got traded to a different team now.
Yeah.
yeah, they're teammates.
This is crazy.
Wow, dog. Wow.
So my thing is, this is what I hate when we talk about football, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we talked about this before. A yard is a yard. 50 yards is 50 yards. Whether you threw it there or ran there, if we both in the game, if I end the game with, I remember the game that they lost in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson had like 500 yards of offense in the second half. That's a half a thousand, dog. And they
Right.
talking about me like, no, 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 my guy. Anybody who generates that much yards, I don't care how they did it. They did it. I don't care what it
Right.
looked like. It happened.
I agree
You
with what
can't
you
just,
said about the
yeah.
you like why everybody act like when he run for a yard, throw for it. When he throw for 5 yards and run for 5. Why do people care? It's like who
But look,
cares?
if Patrick Mahomes throw a swing pass for 9 yards and his receiver runs for 70, then they act like it's the best thing since
Yeah.
sliced bread.
I ain't gonna
Hey
lie.
man,
People that Elvis
don't do
Rivera
that to
boom
my
the quickest
team now. Let's
player
not do
around the
that to
league.
my team now.
I'm
Let's not
giving
do
the
that to my team, man. Let's not do that
look
now.
the other day.
Talk
No,
about the bum ass Lions.
no, them boys rolling. But the other
Who?
day,
No, Mahomes
no,
good.
Kansas
Don't
City,
get me
Kansas
wrong.
City balling.
Y'all giving off one game. Okay.
But no, they balling. But the other day when Patrick Mahomes threw for 5 touchdowns, It was an average of 9 yards of completion. What I'm saying is they cover it different when they talk about it the next day.
So what do you think Brent Favre was doing? And
They
up with the same game style.
look, Brett Favre was throwing it to the wrong team a lot, and they never dogged him for it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's what I'm
saying? Like,
saying. I'll take Mahomes over Brett
I
Favre. I'm sorry.
no, no,
Oh no,
I'm
don't do
picking
that.
Mahomes
Don't
over
do that.
Brett Favre. I'm doing
Yeah.
it. I'm doing it.
I'm about to
You
say,
said
man.
who? I'm picking Mahomes.
Yeah, over Mahomes over. Yeah, me too though.
Boy,
Yeah,
I was about to say, man,
I'm
don't
picking
try to
Mahomes.
disrespect
And then I
Mahomes,
ain't got to
man.
hear about him
The
sending
only reason
Dingling
why
to
he not in my top, because I agree with what Deon said. If he retired today, how many yards would he have? Like 14,000, 15. I just think he got to finish
right,
his career out first.
right.
But
As you
talent
go,
wise,
as
yeah,
you
he
go.
definitely.
But if I'm picking a quarterback in the playoffs, and you give me a choice between Brett Favre and Patrick Mahomes, I'm taking Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, somebody hit me with this question saying, who would you take between the quarterbacks, Mike Vick or Lamar Jackson?
I'm taking Lamar. You know why?
I'm taking Lamar too, but go ahead.
The reason I'm taking Lamar is Michael Vick.
I had to go
Lamar
on mute
Jackson is
for
going to
this
get
answer.
as good as he can be, which is going to be crazy. He already broke Michael Vick's record, by the way. He ain't been playing that long. Gotta get that out the way. So statistically, he's already passed Mike as far as with that. But however, Mike Mike made me mad when I found out he was throwing his playbook in the trunk, man.
Oh yeah, he like forget this playbook. I'm gonna run that.
I want my team to take their playbook home and actually read it.
I just think it's more like people like. I mean, we do love Vic because the man and the nostalgia, but if you
I
look at
love
really
no
better,
no. If you
Jackson.
talk about my favorite football players of all time, number one is Charles Woodson, number two is Michael Vick.
Okay,
They're
I
my
like
favorite
that.
football players.
I like that.
They're my favorite football
that's
players
mine.
ever.
Now my favorite
And
football player is which would be Barry Sanders, and I'm not no running back type guy. But Barry
yeah,
Sanders is my favorite
Mine is
player of all
Moss and then
time.
Charles Wilson second, and then probably Ed Reed third.
Ooh,
I love Ed Reed.
yeah, Ed
Ed
Reed's a
Reed is
beast.
the GOAT safety,
Yeah, it's just
period.
the way
Nah,
he, you know,
my
Ed Reed was so
my
cold.
favorite my favorite safety was Steve Atwater. I
And
used
Steve
to
Atwater was up
love
there
watching him hit.
knocking people's heads off.
Man,
Yeah, with the Seahawks, yeah, he was the man. And the
Low key,
Broncos too. I think he played for the Broncos too.
Benny Blade was good when he played for the Lions.
yeah, he was.
That's when we had Tracy Spillman and what's the linebacker we had? White dude. Dang,
You mean
So
played
Chris
at Huntsville.
Spielman?
I thought
Chris
Spillman
Spillman.
was a white dude. Oh, you talking about
We had
another one?
Tracy Scroggins
Oh,
and Chris
Boyd. You talking about
Spillman.
Boyd?
Yeah.
Yeah, Boyd. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have that was a decent defensive team back then.
Yeah, we had some all right little players, man. Then I remember the year Herman Moore went crazy.
Herman Boyer, he
Oh, he did. He did. It was him and Johnny Morton on the other side.
yeah.
Johnny Morton.
Hey,
That was
And
Johnny
my guy,
Morton used
man.
to get his ass lit up
That
though.
was my. He did.
I'd be
boy,
like,
he
why
took
are y'all
hey,
throwing in the pocket on him?
he was running them slant right up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was getting. I wish I
Scott
Don
could.
Beebe
Mitchell
in his
Mitchell
ass.
set them up to
That's
play.
why I'm surprised Wes Welker ain't get. I mean, Wes Welker got lit up a couple times. Come on, like he got lit up. Other times. I'm surprised he used to run across the middle like that too.
Who?
Boy,
But good luck trying to
now
catch his ass. He'd be gone, dog. Wes
my
Welker.
favorite wide receivers aren't even like all time greats though.
Right, I feel you.
Like if I had to pick three wide receivers for my team, it wouldn't even make sense to y'all. Y'all be like, huh?
Who
I'm
is it?
taking Steve Smith, Anquan Bolden, and Hines Ward.
Oh, you like them bully? You
Woo!
like them bullies?
You like them
We
bullies.
gonna win all the fights.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. They go, oh
You
yeah,
like
you don't want to
They
fight Steve
gonna
Smith
block.
either.
They gonna block my running backs. They gonna cuss my quarterback
I'm
out.
gonna put
Make sure
Andre
he do
Johnson
what
on
he
that
supposed
list
to do.
too. Okay, yeah, but yeah, that's
my
If
favorite
I had them three,
mine.
and you give me Lamar Jackson, we win the Super Bowl. We win 5 Super Bowls.
So wait a
yeah.
minute.
Anquan Bolden, man, that boy got
Hold
bought
on,
out in that
Deon.
Super Bowl against the
Hold on.
Ravens.
You
Like
taking
the
these bully
49ers.
receivers, so why Dez Bryant wouldn't be in there?
Because Dez Bryant missed games. Them guys played all their games.
And Dez
That's
Bryant was
You
kind
gonna
of
fault
man,
him
that's
for
my
that?
guy though too. But he kind of was jive a little bit. He was kind of like, yeah,
yeah.
not
Well,
sure.
no,
Dez
I'm
yeah, because
Bryant
going
I
was
for
got
it.
that bully.
I
He
gotta have
was
guys.
though.
Like this. I mean, David Boston was too, but he was on dope.
Man, that boy was man for the Chargers. Yeah, he was cold.
Rodney Harrison. Y'all remember Rodney Harrison playing that safety?
Yeah, yeah.
He was
I
Ronnie
like
dirty
him and
Harrison
too.
Brian Dawkins and yeah, I like him and Brian Dawkins.
Ronnie Harrison was
Brian
a
Dawkins
different
out there talking
animal.
about taking people's souls.
That boy be
Hey,
hitting
Brian
everybody.
Dawkins was my man.
Brian Dawkins. Hey,
That dude was a
see,
different animal.
man, I've seen some guys of like, you know what I forgot about Greg? The Berkeley Ferndale game where Elvin went off football. But
Oh
two
yeah.
of them guys from Berkeley went to the NFL. They safety ended up playing safety for the Tennessee Titans.
Who?
Morris,
Oh
Eric
yeah,
Morris.
the brothers.
Yeah. And
You
Man,
talking about two
so,
brothers that were the same size and huge?
hey, Dave Gardner slammed one of them on their head during the game. I
Yeah, I
don't know
remember
what
that.
Dave was crazy, man.
They mental state was just
Them boys used to be out their head.
man all the time hitting. Like after every game, I used to tell Dave like, "What's wrong with you, man?"
Shoot, Dave used to be out there playing, boy.
When he get come to football, he be the most